guys, welcome to another episode of Living with Ulcerative Colitis. I'm Maya, and today's video is going to be about iron and GI health, which is another way of saying gastrointestinal health. And today was inspired by something that happened to me recently. I have to take an iron supplement because I have ulcerative colitis. I also have some underlying symptoms that turned into other diagnoses, and one of mine is I am anemic, which I have said on this channel before, but I wasn't aware of all the things that iron could also encompass. So I thought that today I would tell you a little bit about iron and digestive health and what I learned. And so iron, for those of you who don't know, is a mineral. It is on the periodic table. It is usually showing up when you get your blood sample. It'll call it ferritin. Somebody in the comments is going to say, aren't you a biology major? And I am. I just don't know how to pronounce that word. Ferritin? It's the technical word for iron, which is another reason why iron on the periodic table is Fe and not with an I. And so iron is needed. It helps your body. It is usually talked about in when you're talking about your blood, you talk about your iron levels. But I wanted to talk about it in terms of your GI health. And so iron is something that I take every day. I'm supposed to take it every day. Sometimes I get a little behind on the iron that I'm supposed to take, and I notice that funny things happen. And those funny things occurred these past 2 weeks, and it took me quite a bit of time to realize that the iron was adding to the cause. And so what I want to say first is from Dr. Rusco, which is also a blog you can read, and it says that it's unlikely that low iron levels in the body can cause digestive issues. However, digestive system imbalances can cause low iron levels. So as having UC, I can have digestive balance problems. And one of the things was that I noticed that my output changed significantly. And one of the reasons is because if you have low iron, you can also have stomach aches, stomach cramps, constipation, even diarrhea, which is weird because those two things don't usually go hand in hand. And you can also have some uterine complaints because the iron is low. And you can also have gas and bloating. And my output changed, and I couldn't figure out why, so I started eating more bananas to add some more potassium to my diet because I figured that might be it, because I was also low in potassium. It was finals week, people. It was finals week. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. It was finals week, and a lot of things were behind on a lot of things. I was eating, it's just I wasn't eating potassium and iron, which are two things that I'm generally low in. And so the reason I didn't think it was iron is because if you also have too much iron, you can also have some stomach pain or some nausea. And one of the reasons that can happen is because when you have low or high iron levels, sometimes your body, as a person with UC, is not absorbing your iron correctly. There's a couple different ways for you to be able to have better iron absorption. One is to take iron with vitamin C, which usually is said in the form of orange juice, or sometimes they say like lemonade, but a vitamin C supplement can also be used if you do not like orange juice. Another thing is if you take something for like an acid reflux pill, like Tums, or you take like a baking soda, I think it's baking soda and water, it stops the absorption of iron. It prevents it. And so you're told not to have these acid reducing supplements 2 hours after having iron so that it can have maximum digestion. Another thing that they say is taking iron on an empty stomach helps with iron absorption, but for most people it causes a stomach ache, and so they say eat a small meal before you take your iron so that it doesn't cause a stomach ache, and then take your iron then. So I take my iron early in the morning after I've eaten like a banana, and that is so the iron has, my stomach has something to do while the iron is being absorbed. Another thing that I didn't know when I was doing some research for this video was that you're not supposed to take iron at the same time when you're drinking milk, because that can also disrupt the absorption of iron. And all of these things are really important because if you're a person like me who is trying to get as much iron out of their diet as possible, then you kind of want to know what are the things that would stop iron from being absorbed. And at the same time, if I'm taking an iron supplement, what shouldn't I take at the same time? And for some people, iron will absorb faster than others. For me, I kind of stick with the 2-hour mark. But for all of the things that I say, check with your primary care provider, your specialist. These are from my specialist, my primary care provider. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I was unaware with how ingrained iron is in the GI system. I thought it mostly only kind of dealt with blood. So I hope this video was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, and press the bell for notifications. Bye guys!